evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
I am Toastmaster Shanavas. I am the sergeant at arms for this meeting, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 184th meeting of Mussafah Toastmasters Club. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which the members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. As a protocol of Toastmasters International, you are requested to keep away from 3 taboo topics: sex, religion and politics during the meeting. Before we kick off the meeting, let me request every one of you to switch off your mobile phones or put them in silent mode to avoid distraction. Thank you. Also, you are requested to be seated comfortably until you are. With this note, I would now like to hand over the control to our President, Toastmaster Vivek Ayyapan, and invite him to the dais for the opening address.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It's my pleasure to welcome all fellow members and guests to our meeting. This is the 184th meeting we are going to arrange, and the second meeting of this tenure 2018-2019. Is it cool or hot? It's hot. Yes, it's hot. And summer vacation is going on. I think a lot of our members are not around today's meeting. But we will continue as a Toastmasters. That is what Toastmasters is. We will make it happen. Because we want success. For success, we all are came here and sitting for another 2 hours for our futures, for our presence also. The only matter, you have to come here. Then we will take care. We will guide you where you want to go, what you want to do in your communication and leadership journey. Thank you. As a club, we have Spendly Award. We are going to achieve Spendly Award next 2 months. That means we are ready to that. We will make it happen. We will add 5 more members in our clubs and get another ribbon here. That will be an added advantage and benefit to our clubs. Now, let me tell you one thing. There are many successful people around the world. So we want to be success here. So in the morning there are 8 secrets. That is what, when you turn out the agenda behind. This is the 8 success tips of the previous president of United States, Barack Obama. What he is doing early morning. He is creating a positive mindset. His breakfast is balanced and healthy. He planned for early morning. Exercise in the morning and sleep early. Keep things uncluttered. That means clean and tidy wherever you go, in your table or house. Motivate others. When you motivate others, you will be also motivated by yourself. And be quiet minded. These are the highly successful people doing early morning. Let us follow this type of tips in our future life to get success. Now, today's captain of the ship is Toastmaster Puran Rai. He will take the control of the meeting for another 2 hours. So let us welcome Toastmaster Puran Rai, the Toastmaster of the wedding.
Thank you, President Toastmaster Vivek, Area Director, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Good evening.
Good evening.
And welcome to meeting number 104. Let's make this meeting exciting, full of work, as the word of the day goes, full of energy. Before I go on to the agenda, you may have noticed that the theme of the meeting today is where there is a will, there is a way. This is a very old saying. We've heard it from our school days. Right from our childhood, we've heard that where there is a will, there is a way. But how important this is, we all realize as we go on in our life. I think it's because of our willpower we are here today, because many of our members are on vacation. So to get this meeting organized, really needed our sheer willpower, starting from our president. So we made it happen. I think this is one of the examples of willpower. So where there's a will, there's a way. We have made this meeting happen. Before I move on to the agenda, as per our tradition, it is always a good feeling and a very good experience to see new members coming to our club. It is always a pleasure to welcome them. And as per tradition, we'd like to request our guests of the meeting today to please come on stage and give a brief introduction of themselves, where they are coming from, where they work, how they came to hear of Toastmasters. May I invite, starting from our right, please come on stage and briefly give us.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Prakash from Tamil Nadu. So I'm working in ABB as an electrical engineer. So past 8 years I'm in UAE only. First experience I'm coming here. How do you get to know? With my friend Mr. Ramrasa. So he told about it. So I will improve myself. Then I will put the community at home now. So thank you very much.
Thank you for the nice and short introduction. I'd like to invite our next guest, please.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sam. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I'm working in Vendor now. 3 months. Working as a regular designer. Within 3 years in UAE. 3 years I was in Kuwait for 2 years. And I get from my roommate.
For your company?
Since 8 years I am working here. Mussafah is my own work. So the person is the
Thank you for the nice and short introduction. Dear guests, we all started a journey like we were starting today. Hope you will be keeping us company, long journey going forward. Now, before we go on to the agenda and the role players of the meeting today, I'd like to go back on the theme of the day. So I talked about having the willpower to face the difficulties, the challenges we face in life, the many obstacles we face in our life. Often people falter, they give up, but it's the one who has the willpower to continue. They are the ones who are successful in chasing their dreams and being successful. Later on, I would like to share one small, short video which actually literally talks about or gives an example of how a person literally builds a way for his family by having the willpower. Can I have a short? Sure. This video clip is of a person from Nepal. He was working in India. He retired and came back to Nepal. And at the age of 46, he married this lady who was blind. All his 5 sons who were born blind. And being very poor, he could not afford to buy land in any of those flat areas of Nepal. So he built a house right on the hills, but there was no road. So fearing that his kids, his sons and his wife would fall down while trying to walk through the hills, he started building a road with his bare hands. Every morning he used to cook his own breakfast because his wife cannot see. So he used to go, this road he built himself, leading to his house. Every morning with his bare tools, with only 2 tools. He goes, all this road he built himself. He goes and then starts digging from early morning till late in the night, just for his family, so that they can walk safely. As you can see, how he is digging on the hills, how he is without any bulldozer or anything. You will see later the road he has built, which again is unbelievable. This is the first part. I'll go to the second part later on, where you can see the road he has built for his family. Now, we will go to the announcement of the road place for today. We have to make some adjustments because some of our guests, some of our members will not make it. So, as I read the names of the role players, I request them to kindly come on stage to briefly describe what are their roles. For the role of timer, it is Toastmaster Shanavas. Toastmaster Shanavas is a computer engineer from Kochi, Kerala, India. Currently has a small IT company in Abu Dhabi. He has a wife and 1 son. Okay, please.
Good evening again, dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests. My role as a timer is to monitor time during the prepared speeches, table topics and evaluations. At the end of the meeting, I will report the times taken by each participant. This will let you know whether the participant has delivered his speech in a different amount of time. Before the starting of each speech, I will explain how the timings are given for each speech, and there is a lighting device there. So there we will show different colors of lights according to the time. Thank you very much. And at the end of the meeting, there will be a report regarding the time table. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shanavas. For the role of our counter, we have Toastmaster Adi Manikandan. Adi Manikandan is from India, Kerala, working in Volkswagen since 2010.
Good evening, Toastmasters guests. Today, my role as a art counter. The purpose of art counter is not any word sound used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate, such as well, but, so, and, you know. Sound may be You should also note when a speaker repeats a word, words such as I or this means, and everything. The final report I will submit in the last.
Thank you, Toastmaster. We have to be careful using filler words. He will be catching us later on when he gives his final report. For Wordmaster, Grammarian, we have Toastmaster Ramaraj, who is also taking the role of General Evaluator. Toastmaster Ramaraj is a mechanical engineer, doctorate in materials management. He speaks 5 languages, has 2 daughters and working as specialist, and 15 years as Toastmasters. Very senior person.
Toastmaster of the evening and fellow Toastmasters, yes, very good evening. As a word master, my responsibility is to provide a word of the day for the today's meeting. The word of the day should be a word that will help members to increase their vocabulary, a word that can be incorporated easily into everyday conversation, but is different from the way people usually express themselves. So today you have every meeting, every Toastmaster meeting, you will come across a new word. So that word can be used. Maybe you may not be using this word very frequently, but you can learn a new word in every meeting. That is the purpose of creating a new word or to saying a new word to the audience. Here today's word is, let me explain the word today. Today's word is verb. Definition of verb: the spirit and enthusiasm animating artistic composition of performance. The word is vivacity, energy or vitality. The meaning of this word: archaic special ability or talent. Origin is from the late 17th century, denoting special talent in writing, from French vigueur, earlier form of expression from Latin verb words. Example, or I can say one sentence: the story is propelled by its inventive energy and visual work. An example. And second example of a word is: his intelligence was pragmatic, solving problems with energy, verve and disciplined iteration. I request all the audience to use this word liberally when you come forward for any speech. Okay? Audio. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramaraj, for the introduction of the word of the day. The next role player is of table topics master. This is one of the most interesting part of the agenda. And for this role, we have Toastmaster Novel. Toastmaster Novel is from Kerala, working as an accountant for 10 years in UAE. I need your help. I'm the treasurer now. And he has completed double diploma in financial accounting, pursuing graduation. I think he's still pursuing graduation. He's married and interested in social activities, fitness, and wants to be a motivational speaker.
Toastmaster of the meeting, fellow members and guests, a warm good evening to you.
Good evening.
My name is Naufal. I'm your table topic master for today night. And this is a fun portion of our Toastmaster. As well as it allows to improve our prompt speaking skill. And also the topic allows every member who does not already have a speaking role to they can also participate for that. Thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naufal. We now come to the most important part of the role players, General Evaluator. General Evaluator is the most important part because he will be watching each and every movement of us and how we conduct the meeting. So, since I've already introduced Toastmaster Ramaraj earlier, I would like to request you to please kindly come and give your
Once again, good evening, Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a general evaluator, my role is to evaluate the proceedings of today's meeting right from starting to the end. So each and every each and every process which has been evaluated by me at the end of the meeting. You will come across the evaluation once you finish the meeting. Okay, end of the session. Thank you.
Now, before we move on to the most exciting part of the meeting, of course, which is the prepared speeches, I'd just like to show the other video so that you can see the handiwork of this old man. As you all know, pictures tells 1,000 stories. So without describing the word, the picture will tell you what he is able to do. So we just saw the road, that was built. This gentleman, he goes every morning to clear the road. If there's any debris or any fallen trees or anything, he just clear it. That's how he does it with his bare hands. Now, what I'm trying to show here is the literal meaning of where there's a will, there's a way. So he built a way by using his willpower so that his family of 5 blind people will not suffer, and will not fall and come to die. So this is a very good example of a person's willpower. At his age, he's still digging, he's still building the road. So now we come to the most exciting part of the agenda today. So I'm sorry, the Toastmasters did not prepare. We have 4 exciting speakers, full of verve and energy, going to take us into an exciting journey through their speeches. Before I announce the names of the speakers, I would like to request the timer, Toastmasters Sanavas, to please give us the timing.
Good evening, Toastmasters again. For prepared speeches, there are 2 types of speeches today. One is icebreaker and the other is project speeches. For icebreaker, the timing is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, the green light will be switched on. At 5 minutes, the orange light will be switched on. And at 6 minutes, the red light will be switched on. And the red light will be remain on till the speaker completes his speech. And for the advanced speech and project speech 7, the timings are from 5 to 7 minutes. Green light will be on at 5 minutes, orange light will be on at 6 minutes, and the red light will be on at 7 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Sanavas. Now, I think the weather is quite sticky. I think everybody is sweating, wet with the sweat. I think we could make this meeting a little lively if we can have somebody to come and share a joke before we go on to the serious part of the meeting. Anybody wants to volunteer? I know our area director is famous for this. So no jokes. Anybody? Okay. No one?
Can I tell one small?
Yeah.
Just a saying only. Somebody told me and my wife is very happy for past 25 years. After that, we met each other first time.
Should I share one?
Yes.
Okay, this is a joke about, these days young people, they want to show that they think ahead, much in advance, so that older people can get impressed. So there was a young guy who just got a job as a salesman, but his product used to be sold in the villages, in the rural areas. So he went to one of the very remote village where the bus transportation was very limited. And the last bus used to leave from the village to the main town where he was staying around 6 o'clock in the evening. And in the village there was no hotel. He was so engrossed in his job that he forgot to look at his time. By the time he came to the bus stop, he found out that the last bus had left at 6 o'clock. There was no more other buses. So he had no option but to find some place to stay in the village. So he went to the first house, knocked. Out came a man, said yes. So he said, excuse me sir, I just missed my last bus. So can I stay here overnight in your place? I'm willing to pay if I have to pay. So the man looked at him up and down and said, you are a young man. I have 3 grown-up daughters. I think it will be very risky to keep you in marriage. Sorry. So this young man then went disappointed. Then he went to the next house and knocked. But he was very smart, he didn't want to waste time. He knocked, out came the father, security sir, said, yes, do you have young pretty daughters? The guy said, why? Why? I want to stay there, out. Whack! Get out. That's what happens when you think too far ahead. Okay, for now, for the speech part, we have 2 icebreakers today. And for the first icebreaker, we have Toastmaster Venkatesh. Toastmaster Venkatesh is from Chennai. He works for Emirates. He's been in the UAE for the last 10 years. Toastmaster Venkatesh will be evaluated by Toastmaster Aru Manikandan. Toastmaster Aru Manikandan, I've already introduced him before. I would like to please give the objective of the speech.
Good evening all. Toastmaster Venkatesh, your objectives are to begin speaking before an audience, to discover speaking skills you already have and skill that you need some attention. Your time is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best for you.
Please welcome Toastmaster Venkatesh.
The world is a scene of changes. To be constant in nature, and inconsistency. So I am here to have such changes with me. Good evening to senior Toastmasters and the guest syllabus. I'm here to do my ice break. I'm going to talk about my past life. I born in Chennai, new village. My father is a farmer, and we are 4 children for our parents. I want to divide my past life in 3 stages. First stage will be my childhood stage. Even though I born in a big family, I was taken by my cousin to accommodate his only son during his education. So I was forced to take away from my family. I'm not very much interested in that environment, so where I'm losing my own family. But it was a very good experience to be here. That was the initial stage to motivate me or given the platform to be in this stage. Even though I'm not happy with that environment, I want to adapt that situation. So I was with his son, taking care of his son and also I carried my life till my grade 5. So I have a lot of good and bad things happen during those periods. I like to share one experience which is in my memory. So from my own home to my cousin house is almost 10 to 15 kilometers. So I was very happy during some instance where we get long leave or vacation leave so that I can come back to my home and live with my family members. So my parents, whenever my father or my cousin is there, so they will take me to the place after my holidays. One instant what happened, just after I finished my after I finished my vacation leave, so my mother managed to get someone who can drop me to my cousin house. So she took me in the vehicle. Always when the vacation finished, my mood will be in the sorrow mood. I start crying. It all happened during my child age. So my cousin took me in the bicycle, and we are almost half of the way to my cousin house. Then I suddenly jumped down from the cycle, thinking that I want to run back to my house. With my injury on my leg, I was running back to my house. But the poor man managed to get me and he was dropped. That was one of unforgettable memory in my life. Then till my 5th grade, I was there. At one stage, my cousin understand that this is the point where I have to go back and live with my family. So he was advised to my father to take me back to my home. So there the second stage starts, where I enjoyed my life for 7-8 years during my studies, and I was with my own family members. During my holidays, I used to help my parents, and I used to go to water body and swim along. We had some bullock carts, so we used to swim. I used to swim with the bullocks. It was a very nice experience, which most of you may not experience, or few may be experienced. That is a really a very nice moment in my life. And as the time passed, I finished my grade 10. Then I started my diploma in a college like M&M Jain Polytechnic. There I finished my college. So I want to ask you all one question. How many of you got a first moment love experience? No. Only one? So even I had a very lovely love experience, which was a passing love. Definitely everyone may be having that. They don't want to open their mouths here. And that was my lovely period. That was till say, coming to the third stage, where really I struggled to get opportunity after my college. So I used to try different options where I was referred by my different colleagues and friends. I basically interested to be a designer, but unfortunately I don't have such opportunity, so I took the field of maintenance. I was working in a company, just a thought of why we can't do some graduate. So that time I thought of doing my graduate through the evening college. So I prepared for my entrance exam. Then I got opportunity in Anna University as a part-time student. So during there I worked in the daytime, evening college. I will go for the evening college and come back to house almost by 10 or 11 o'clock. And again this life went on. Then by end of my final year, I got married. I got one kid. My wife is more supportive. She is a well motivator, and she is one of the reason I am to be here. So she is my well wisher as well. And I came here by 2018 thinking that maybe 3 years I want to be out of country and have some change. Once I entered here, the complete situation changed. I'm almost completing 10 years in this country. If I think my past and the present, it's given very value to my life. And now why I'm here is to improve the communication skill. I want to be a different person in terms of communication as well as leadership. So thanks for the opportunity given to me. So
it was a wonderful icebreaker, very inspiring. Within that short 4 to 6 minutes, we learned a lot. Thank you. Next speaker, another exciting icebreaker, Toastmaster Ashraf. He is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Rajesh Panikuri. I request Toastmaster Rajesh to kindly stage and give the objectives of his speech.
Toastmaster of evening, fellow member, especially Toastmaster Ashraf. Ashraf has taken in the pathways the dynamic leadership. This is his first project. It is ice like Venkatesh, it is an icebreaker. In this project, you have to basically speak in front of the audience, and you have to identify your speaking skills and any improvement is there. You have to do that.
Thank you. Toastmaster Ashraf is from Pallakara, Kerala, India. He is married and father of 2. He is in the UAE since 1998. He worked in Dubai, Alain, Abu Dhabi, very senior person. He is now working in sales project in construction related subcontracting firm. May I invite Toastmaster Ashraf, please.
evening. Just one good evening. Dear Toastmasters and guests. Preparing on my ice cream, I had to look back to see whether I had any ambition. For the word ambition, how it relates to me. Have you ever thought of the sentence of your own legacy that you'd like to appear on your tombstone? It may read like this: here rests a man who designed so and so breathtaking architectural wonders, and he was in his way. What I mean, an ambition can be monumental. It has to be. But for me, I wouldn't trace back to any great ambitions that I had. Rather, things have gone funny. Funny in the sense, I started off my career as a computer salesman, as Philip told, back in 1998 in Nepal. I didn't know much about computers. They trained me, and I was a consultant to customer service. Had I known earlier, I would join an IT-related company. What I would have done, I would have gone for an IT diploma course with various practical skills, and later starting applying for such a job, applying, probably ending up nowhere. Here, things happen in some other way. Similarly, when I joined my next company, it was in 2004, an importing and distributor of some machineries. I joined as a customer support executive initially, and this position demanded a high level of technical accuracy and had a large volume of customers. Again, a new challenge for me, and I was left with the only choice of learning and surviving. After 2 years, when I was spending in this position, when I got transferred to the new branch opened of this company in Malayalee, I felt like I got a long vacation, because that much I was suffocating in this position, into that challenging position, that I got involved much into the activities. After 9 years when I left this company, I was able to strategy planning of that company. So that's another example of unexpected. Then I came to my current field, which is construction. One more example that I had in an unexpected way, that back in 2013 and 14, I could spend 2 years back in India. By this time, after 15 years of expat life, I was so craving to have a great connection to my own village. People are involved in social activities, and I felt I need something to give back to the society, to the environment, at least in a small way. So I was thinking for opportunities. I don't know how far I can do that, because I've been long away. Then I saw some organizations going to volunteer cleaning up the premises of a dam in South Carolina. I thought of joining them. But before that, I could join a wider network of people who are involved with the work in the palliative care activities. So I joined them in their activities. These people from different walks of life, like doctors, paramedics, teachers, students, even auto rickshaw drivers. So I joined them in their activities like home care, daycare, and offered to the people who are confined to their rooms for the rest of their lives because of some terminal illnesses like end-stage cancer, accidents, psychiatry, disabilities, and so on. I remember in a psychiatric clinic who used to attend weekly to clean up his deteriorating private parts because of infection. Not only that, his teeth are partially damaged and remaining appearing black. So this guy confined to his room. The only people entered his room were these volunteers and apart from this leading mother. So I could see these people treating him like their child, the man in his 30s. So in a few months I see him is normal. Like this, many experiences I got enriched in these 2 years, and I got recharged for another session of my expat life and came back here. And in conclusion, I didn't have great ambitions way I followed. An example of pursuing an ambition was that I wanted to have a postgraduate degree. I basically was science grad. So I achieved it by winning my MBA in 2009. So that's about me. And about my family, I have my wife, Sabina, who is a housewife. I have 2 kids, 1 daughter, and 1 child. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster staff, for that wonderful introduction of yourself. I think one thing I always notice is the use of words. It's really nice the way you use the vocabulary. I think that's something we can learn from you also. The richness of the words this I noticed. Anyway, before we move on to the next speaker, I think I missed out on the timing rules for the evaluators. So I think it's not too late for announcing the timing rules for the evaluators. So may I request Toastmaster Samajam, please tell the timing rules for the evaluators, speech evaluators. Can you go for it first?
Just before evaluation.
Okay, just before evaluation. Now we have the next speaker, senior speaker. Advanced speech by Toastmaster Vivek. He will be again evaluated by Toastmaster Rajesh Panikare. Let me introduce Toastmaster Rajesh Panikare. I forgot to introduce him. He is the area director working as project quality manager for NPCC. He is married with 1 son. Does not have any hobbies except I will not mention it.
Our president today is going to give the advanced speech, but yes, there is a CC manual. It has got 10 speeches. After completing the 10 speeches, we will go for the advanced speeches. So whatever the ice breaking is the first speech. So he has completed the 10 speeches. Now he is going for the advanced speeches. So he has taken the speaking to inform. So today's project is resources for information. Objective of this speech is analyze your audience regarding your chosen subject. Focus your presentation at the audience level of knowledge. Build a supporting case for each major point using information gathered through research. Effectively use at least one visual aid to enhance audience understanding.
Toastmaster Vivek is working as procurement officer at Union Island and City Company Mussafah, Abu Dhabi for the last 11 years, and he's been Toastmaster for the last 4 years. May I please welcome Toastmaster.
It was March 24th, early morning. I was in a deep sleep. By hearing my mobile phone continuously ringing, I woke up and checked calls coming from where. I saw a landline number from Dubai. Then I thought, no need to attend. I can go to sleep. But the call is continuous. Then I decided something may be emergency. I pick up the phone and I hear that, good evening sir, I'm calling from First Gulf Bank And there is a alarm we have got from the system that you are trying to transfer 105 dirhams to do telecommunication. But in our system, it is something abnormal. That is why we call it. I told him, no, I was sleeping. I just woke up because of your call. Then he told, shall I block the card? Yes, of course. Please proceed. Toastmaster of the evening, fellow members and guests. Good evening. Today we are living in the world of artificial intelligence. And I was reading an article, Gulf News, yesterday. UAE is going to save billions of dirhams thanks to artificial intelligence. And did you ever hear a minister for artificial intelligence in any country? Yes, we have, UAE have a minister for artificial intelligence. His Highness Omar Sultan Al Olama. He is our Minister for Artificial Intelligence. Today we are living in the world of artificial intelligence, which is going to change our future life. And each of our future actions and movements may be monitored by the system. How it is possible? What is all artificial intelligence? Do you know what is artificial intelligence? Maybe you are involved in the artificial intelligence and you are part of, because you cannot live without this created intelligence. So let us know more about artificial intelligence. My next few slides will be going through what is artificial intelligence and how it is going to help us in the human life. Now we can see these two letters. It is shortly AI, called artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? If a machine is going to learn intelligence by visual perceptions, speech recognition, decision making and translation between languages. This is what the machine is a science of engineering making computer machines to become visual perceptions, speech recognitions. You can see it's all coming slides. What is that? How it is going to be and what is stage of artificial intelligence we are now. There are 3 stages and we are here the second stage now. The first stage is machine learning. The second is machine intelligence. And the third one, machine consciousness. Machine is going to awareness. When it started? It started 1950s and between this and the 1970s, the periods of neural networks. You can see these neural networks. In our brains, the neurons are created in this way. A neural network is a system of hardware or software patterned after the operations of neurons in the human brain. It was the 1950s, 70s. Then the machine learning period, 1980s and 2010. This is what's called machine learning, a statistical techniques to give computers ability to learn with data without being clearly programmed. We maybe read about this news. that IBM Deep Blue computer defeated the world champion Gary Kasparov in 1997. A computer machine can play chess. The computer's intelligence, it is above the man's intelligence. Now deep learning, multi-layered artificial neurons, more deepness, object detection, speech recognition, language translation, etc. You can see Google AdSense, Google Map, Uber taxis. These all are part of that. How artificial intelligence is being used. For example, this is the breakthrough of artificial intelligence. A robot which is called Eve, which can detect the cause of malaria discovered in toothpaste. The robot. That means a robot can find out the ingredients which can cure malaria disease, which it found in first. So that importance. Now the second one is past that, the cyber and security. That is what early morning I got a call because of the machine learned that something abnormal because of artificial intelligence. Then iPhone X, it's lead to face recognition. This is another invention. Now tomorrow you can, by looking the camera of phones, you can open it. No need to password. And transport, Google cars, we are all heard about. Self-driving cars without drivers. In jobs, robotic process automation, RPA is called. It's called critical and various repetitive jobs machines can do. What is the benefit? Efficiency, productivity, quality. You can see in Windows when you are opens or something happened bad, or you cannot find out immediately, the virtual assistant is coming. May I help you? You have to type and the system will give you answers. In the marketing, anybody is working in marketing? Yes. See what is the marketing? Searching, recommendation engines, programmatic advertising. This can convert marketing and sales. Rising demand for jobs. Maybe we are not artificial intelligence, but maybe our son or daughters, cousins, they can enter this job because the future is that. Okay, thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vivek, for that wonderful presentation, showing us to that exciting future. It could be dangerous as well if we go to the wrong hands, but it really is moving at a very fast pace, and we need to catch up. Thank you for guiding us. Now, for the next speech, Toastmaster Rashid giving his project speech number 7. Toastmaster Rashid, who works as a receivable manager for Omar Investments, he's an MBA in finance. He is married, he will be evaluated by Toastmaster Vivek again. He will be evaluating Toastmaster Rashid. So may I request Toastmaster Vivek to please come and give the objectives of his speech. Project number 7.
Good evening once again. Good evening. Today Toastmaster Rashid is going to deliver his 7th project speech, which is research your topics. The objective of his speech is collect information about your topic from numerous sources. Carefully support your points and opinions with specific facts, examples, and illustrations gathered through research. Power to Toastmasters, and all the best for Toastmaster Rashid.
Toastmaster Rashid. Government energy.
We human beings got many ambitions, aims, passions, goals in our life. It may vary from person to person, but at the end, in common, we all need two things. One is self-recognition and happiness. Today I am going to give few tips which can lead to our success and can be happy and attain this self-recognition. Toastmaster of the evening, dear President, guests and fellow Toastmasters, good evening.
Good evening.
We all have certain goals which require a lot of things to be done to attain those things. Make an action plan, analyze the risk, find out the resources, and so on and so on. For this all things, before you start, the very first basic thing is to organize your life in a disciplinary manner. Leave out all lazy things, all uncontrollable life you have. First, make your life disciplined and organized. I am going to give you few tips today, which we all know and very simple things, but most of us are not following. It's just a reminder. It's not a new things which I am going to discuss today. In the backside of today's agenda, former President Obama has given 8 points. So I think I also got 8 points today. So the first one is here, of course, wake up early. Our day starts with morning, so we shall not miss it. We shall not miss it. How many of you wants to wake up early in the morning? How many did it today? Very few. Anyway, this good habit gives us a lot of time, enhance our productivity, increase energy level, of course, increase mental health, gives you more time and makes you more happier. So after we wake up in the early morning, the second thing what we can do, the first thing which we want to do in the second. This time won't count interruptions. Exercise regular. A little exercise, 20 minutes in a day, and you don't need to do 7 days in a week, 5 days in a week. Just 20 to 25 minutes in a day, which is more enough. And the good thing is,